So I'm looking forward to documenting my Land's End to John O'Groats walk, and this is my first video. So I brought myself off to the woods, one of my favourite places, to talk about my walk. What am I doing, why am I doing it, and who I'm doing it for. There's people walking past, so they're probably going to think I'm completely mental, but I don't mind. So believe it or not, 3 years ago I was sat pretty much in the same space, and I was doing a video to talk about my walk challenge, which was about a month away, and I was really worried about not being able to do it. And it was walking obviously the West Highland Way and the Great Glen Way back to back in 10 days. And now I look back on that and think, wow, that seems pretty easy compared to walking from Land's End to John O'Groats, and it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. But it was brilliant. So I'm really, really looking forward to taking on the next challenge of walking Land's End to John O'Groats. Completely look like a weirdo in the woods talking to myself. So on the 1st of May 2025, I'm going to be at Land's End, and I'm going to walk to John O'Groats. So this challenge has been something that I've wanted to do for many years. When I first moved up into the Highlands, I had a bed and breakfast, and there was a lady that was running from John O'Groats to Land's End, and she was running ridiculous amounts of mileage per day. And I just remember thinking, how cool is that, to say that you've actually travelled the length of the country on your feet? That's amazing. So it stuck with me since then, really. We're talking sort of, that was maybe 2008, and it's always been a thing of mine, but I don't run anymore. I'm definitely not going to run it, and I don't cycle, so the only way to really do it, apart from driving, is walk. So fast forward to 2024, and I was sat with my mum just before, it was about a week before she passed away in February, and I said to her, Mum, I'm going to do it. I'm going to walk, and my next challenge is walking from Land's End to John O'Groats. And she said to me, you stupid bugger. And I knew that that was her approval. So because I've told her that I was going to do it, and that was the last thing that I told her that I would achieve, I have to get on and do it. And in life, you just don't know what's going to happen with your health, and life in general, so why not take the opportunity to do it now? So that's what I decided, or when I decided that I was going to do it. I think I actually am a weirdo in the woods talking to myself. The woods are just so great, so peaceful. Okay, so how am I going to do it? So I am going to walk and camp the whole way. I've wild camped with friends. I've never done wild camped on my own before. I think I've only used my tent twice, although I will be getting a new lighter tent as I've got to carry it the whole way. So I'm going to start off at Land's End, and I'm gradually going to work my way up. I think it's going to take me roughly between 75 and 85 days. I will be having rest days in that time, but I will be mostly staying in my tent, and hopefully I'll be able to stop off at people's places along the way, and friends and family and friends of friends, and maybe the odd hostel or accommodation, but that's how I'm planning to do it. So I'm taking 3 months off work. I absolutely cannot afford to do this. I cannot afford to take 3 months off work, but you only live once, and again, I can't guarantee what life is going to do and bring, so I think you have to live your life while you can. So I'm going to try and do that. Yeah, that's what it is. I finally got my route. I'm going to be taking on about 6 long distance trails. Going to be joining up the Southwest Coastal Path with Offadyke Way, the Pennine Way, the John Muir Trail, West Highland Way, Great Glen Way and John O'Groats Trail. From Glasgow up, I've done the West Highland Way and Great Glen Way, which was my last walk, which was amazing. And I'm really looking forward to doing that again. So yeah, that's going to be how I'm going to take on this challenge. I started my training on the 1st of September, so I did a video to talk about that. And I am training with the amazing Donny at Fear Naught Training. He is helping me to build my strength. So my strength to carry my bag, the strength in my legs to walk. And yeah, I can't just train to walk 75 days in a row. It's not that easy. So we're looking on building my fitness and my strength. Yeah, I'm very much at the start of my journey, but I'm 4 weeks in and I'm feeling really good, and I've got a long way to go, but I've made a start and I can't believe it's already 4 weeks, so that's really exciting. So between now and my walk, I'm probably just going to document my training walks. I'm going to document how I've chosen things, like my pack, and talk about building my pack and how it works. I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing or how I'm going to do it, but I just thought I'd document it for fun. So you're welcome along on the journey. So hopefully I'll look back over this, maybe even this time next year, and I will have done it. Scary biscuits. So I'm going to be doing this walk to raise money for PSC Support UK and the Scottish Mountain Rescue. PSC Support UK, primary sclerosing cholangitis, is something that my mum lived with for 50 years. It's an autoimmune disease that affects your bile duct and a lot of other organs. My mum was a complete trooper. She lived with it day to day and she just got on with it. And a lot of people that have PSC have to have a transplant, or sometimes two. My mum didn't, and she was just amazing. So they're doing a lot of clinical trials and finding out a lot more, doing a lot more research. So I really want to raise money for them, in memory of my mum. I also am going to raise money for Scottish Mountain Rescue, because hill walking is something that I absolutely love to do, and these complete unsung heroes risk their lives on a daily basis, saving people and searching for people that have gone missing, and just rescuing people from the hills, because hills are dangerous places. So I really want to link that with the fact that I'm walking, hiking, and that I love hiking, and give them support as well. So that's the reason why I'm raising money for those two charities. So Land's End John O'Groats 2025, here we go.